Do you know what the average car payment is currently right now in the USA? The all-new Trailblazer is Chevrolet's segue into the SUV market. There are 5 trim levels to this SUV, and they're all absolutely perfect for your wants and needs, even if you don't have the best of credit. But what's this thing gonna cost you per month? In this series, we talk about every aspect of a car deal. In this 2021 Trailblazer, we're gonna do the same things we have in the other videos. We're gonna talk about the MSRP of each trim level. We're gonna talk about available discounts and rebates in today's market. However, I don't think that this is really gonna change over time with the 2021 Trailblazer. Then we're gonna talk about taxes. I use 6%, so along with the fees that you see as well at typical dealerships. So they vary from dealership to dealership, from state to state. So I think the 6% sales tax that we have here in Kentucky is a good middle ground. And I'm gonna use $427, which again is a good middle ground for dealer doc fee, for different state DMV fees, etc. And then we're gonna talk about the out the door price. So the very first vehicle we're gonna talk about is the LS Trailblazer. So the base MSRP on the LS Trailblazer is $22,995. You have a $2,000 in all rebates and discounts, and I don't foresee that changing much over the course of the model from years to come. This does include the infamous dealership holdback that we're gonna talk about later in the video. So $20,995 is your actual purchase price. You got $1,260 taxes, $427 fees, out the door at $22,681. So what will this base Trailblazer cost you and your family every single month? If you do a 60-month term at 4%, you're talking $418. If you do 72 months, you're talking $355 smackaroonies. And if you do 84 months, which I'm not a fan of 84 months, but if you keep your cars a long time, 84 months could be a viable option for you and your family, and it's all case-by-case basis, but you're still talking $321 using a 5% interest rate, 4% interest rate on the other two, and those are good interest rates to use when you are at home figuring, not signing on a contract, depending on your credit. Moving into the LT Trailblazer, this is a really awesome trim level, and when you move up to an LT Trailblazer, your base price is $24,695. Now, this is what you get when you move up to the LT Trailblazer. So what does all this stuff cost you on your monthly payment? $1,362 in taxes, $427 in fees, $24,484 out the door. On 60 months, you're looking at $451. On 72 months, you're looking at $383.8. And then on 84 months, you're looking at $346. This is where the Trailblazer gets really interesting. The MSRP is $26,495. And you're gonna be like, Mike, well, you're not telling us what trim level it is. Well, that's where this is interesting. We have an active trim level, we have an RS trim level, and then back on the LT trim level, you can actually upgrade to a 1.3 liter engine. So the active and the RS have the exact same MSRP, and if you go to the 1.3 liter engine, that takes the MSRP of that LT to $26,055. So that's only a $440 difference between there. So we're just gonna wrangle all 3 of these trim levels into one. So $26,391 out the door. That 60-month payment, you're looking at about $486 a month on 60 months, $413 on 72, and $373 on 84. Since we have a $440 difference, less than $10 difference between the payments for a 1.3 or the other two. So even though I just got done sharing you that there was 3 trim levels there, the 1.3 liter engine is just an upgraded cost, just like color, interior color, wheels, stuff like that. But the RS and Active do get extra options. So what do you get for that couple $1,000? Well, the Active trim level, you get all of that. The RS trim level, you get all of that, plus all of that. And that 1.3 liter is just an option over the LT base model. You're probably thinking, hey, Mike, you skipped over the base model. Let's get to that. $19,995 is the base price. Sales tax, tag title license, $21,621 out the door. Yes, you're like, Mike, you forgot something. There's no discount in this car. Yes, because the markup from dealer invoice to MSRP is a big fat whopping $19. Yes, $19 in profit on this vehicle. And this is General Motors' price leader car. They give it no rebates. They give it nothing. So don't ever expect to find an L Series car and to expect $1 in discount. Ever. So with that being said, $21,621 is out the door price. On that 60-month payment, you're looking at $398, $338 on 72, and $306 on 84 months. So you're like, Mike, seriously, $19 in profit? Are you kidding me? But there's dealer holdback, there's specialty, kickbacks from the manufacturer, blah, 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 blah. Let's put that on the table. Holdback on this type of vehicle is $570. And I'm sure you can agree that $570 plus $19, that's $589. Am I doing my math right? You can't run a business on $589. In many cases, leasing is the best way to purchase a car regardless of what you read on the internet. I'm a huge lease fan. Now, the biggest advantages are if you like to get a new car every few years and not have negative equity on your car loan, leasing is the way to go. So I went ahead and ran a lease on an active trim level 21 Trailblazer. So $26,740 MSRP on this particular vehicle, 36 months, 15,000 miles a year. You're looking at $404. That includes taxes and fees based off of what I shared with you earlier. If you take that $404 and you times it by 36, that is a total of $14,544. Now, when we buy a car, there's no guaranteed repurchase price. When you lease a car, you are guaranteed, providing that you have no excess wear and tear, you're over on your mileage, etc., that you'll never spend a penny more than $14,544. And that is why leasing is a good option for most people in the country and why you should probably lease if you drive less than 15,000 miles per year. So let's say you don't have perfect credit. No problem. I specialize in helping people with less than perfect credit. 620 and below FICO score puts you in a full other realm of bank criteria as far as getting approved. And I'll tell you this, if you're looking at your phone to get your FICO score, stop. It's all wrong. 99.9% of the time, when you look at your phone, tell me what your FICO score is. I pull your credit's always lower than what you see on your phone. That's a whole other video. So let's get into what happens here. If you have less than a 620 FICO score, start using 15% to figure your payments so that way it's done right. If you're using 15% on the same LS Trailblazer, your payment now is $540 up from $418. If you go 72 months, you're $480 from $355, and on 84 months, you're $477 from $321. Now, I'll tell you this, no bank is ever going to loan you 84 months on a new car. It just doesn't happen if you have less than 620 FICO score. The good news is General Motors typically has a program that helps you lower that interest rate by a few points. If they can come out with the program, which I think they will, of 12.9, your 60 and 72 months payments are $515 and $454. The average new car payment is over $550 a month, according to lendingtree.com. That used car, just under $400 a month. That lease car, about $450 per month. But the really awesome thing about the Trailblazer is I found the most expensive one in the United States, did the math on it, and we're still well under the national average monthly car payment.